good day, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Hello everyone! Sorry for the super late stream. I'm trying to go live twice. Those that are watching this as a playback, you guys wouldn't have seen this, but I've tried to start the stream twice today, but due to Honkai Impact's latest update, not auto-updating when I asked it to, we are an hour late. Do not worry, I will still go for the same amount of time as I would normally. I'm just gonna be a little more ticked off, okay? It's minor, it's a minor thing, and I know it's a minor thing, but I don't tell the game to update, and then have to find it wanting to update so long without getting too upset. Alright, I think we're okay. Anyway, welcome to the Canadian Network. My name is Chris Reeds, and as always, I am your streamer for the night. Today we are carrying on, finally, with Honkai Star Rail. Now, I have been told to be excited for this patch, obviously. We'll see. This patch now has a bit of a sour taste in my mouth. Can it make up for it? Who can tell? So originally I was going to be pulling for the second character in this patch, but unfortunately, seeing the next two characters, that ain't happening. Who are the next two characters? Well, hopefully we'll meet them today. So I had a bit of a internal argument. Do we do March first, or do we do the story first? But I think it's only fair we go and do our side first, do the story, then we'll do March Quest following. Or let's say we get so far through it this time, next time we go live, we'll do March. You know? Without further ado, I'm going to roll it over to the game, stop the music. We're currently sat in a verifying screen, so please give me 1 second. There it is. Okay, good. While we're sat here, I'm going to grab some food. Some pizza that I had for lunch, so. Just in case, because literally last time it did this, it asked me to log in. There's one thing I don't want to share. That's my natural email. Okay. Does look like we're good. So, I said it last time we were live, but I've been trying to do some character building in the meantime. Unfortunately, my follow-up team with Jade didn't really go as far as I hoped it was going to go. It's not really ready to go. But I think we can probably start this stream with it. I don't think it will hurt to use my Uno reverse team. So, as you'll notice, Himiko is currently sitting on the team as well. That's because I decided I kind of wanted to go Himiko for a change. But she does need some of these. I don't think I have. I don't have ones for her, so we're just going to recommend for now. We're going to use these for now because we can. And, we should go from here. So, how do I start this? There we go. Sure, what's up? You have an interstellar message. Please check it promptly.
What's up, Pom Pom?
Just got a message from the Xianzhou La Fu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
It's been a while, my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trailblazing expedition going? Soon, the Xianzhou La Fu will be holding the Luminary War Dance. Those who have aided the La Fu in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies of the Xianzhou. Thus, on behalf of the Seat of Divine Foresight, I'm extending an invitation to attend the ceremony. Your presence would be greatly appreciated.
Well, things aren't getting lively. We've barely recovered from the family's Charmony Festival, and we're already being invited to another special event.
Yeah, me too. But wait, won't it look unprofessional if we attend 2 ceremonies in a row? Aren't we supposed to be focused on restoring astral charts and doing some serious scientific exploration?
So we should leave March behind to take care of the Express?
Hey! That's not what I meant! I'm all for some fun. I just hope there won't be any surprise party crashers, like Friday or Saturday.
And what about Sunday? Yeah. What about Sunday?
The Xianzhou La Fu has recently overcome a crisis. By holding the war dance, they're demonstrating to everyone that they've returned to a state of peace and safety.
But that's what everyone said before we went to Penacony. You'll be totally safe under the family's protection.
No need to worry. The war dance is not like the Charmony Festival with all its hidden secrets. It's just a festival to honor the Rainbow Arbiter and the Cloud Knights, who fought against the abominations of abundance and protected the Xianzhou ships. Aside from star skiff performances, it's mostly martial contests. Nothing too different from the Taikian Roboball contest we've seen before.
What do you think, Himiko? Since we've accepted Miss Black Swan's proposal, we should probably head to Amphorius for refueling.
There's certainly no rush. This trailblazing expedition is quite unique, and the Express needs to be fully stocked and prepared before moving on to the next stop. With Madame Herta's help, I was planning to deliver some Leviathan fossils from Kalinga Abyss to Ron May, member 81 of the Genius Society. It could earn us some favors before we set up.
Hello, we're gonna meet
However,
May again?
It may take a few weeks.
So that means we're not going to the Lafu.
Being an adult means maintaining relationships, whether we like it or not, Marge. Since we've been invited, it's only right for the Astral Express to attend the ceremony. So here's the plan. Pom Pom will take everyone to the Xianzhou La Fu. Mr. Yang and I will meet up with Ron May and fulfill our promise. Meanwhile, you, March, and Don Hung will represent the Express and attend the war dance.
What do you two think?
I like dinosaurs, I like fossils.
Himiko and Mr. Yang will be busy with serious research. Besides, fossils can't compete with martial contests when it comes to fun, right?
Shut the fuck up, March! Dinosaur King is what you want to be, yeah? Not a fucking Naruto character. Or Soul Calibur.
Plus,
I don't know.
you're the only one with so many friends on the Lafu. I'll be lost if you don't come along. You've gotta lead the way. Now that everyone's on board with the plan, it's time to warp to the Xianzhou Lafu.
Sure, fine, whatever. Ready to come along down this
Himiko
time?
really knows how to convince people. Between Leviathan fossils and the war dance, the latter definitely sounds more fun.
I definitely don't like March this patch.
By the way, Don Hung, this time
She's
you'll
made
be
an
taking
enemy
us
out of
with us
me.
on the Lafu, right?
And just let you two wander around aimlessly on the Luofu by yourselves? I don't think so. Plus, Mr. Yang is right. The Ambrosial Arbor crisis just ended, and both the long life and short life species are still feeling uneasy. And that's why Jing Yuan wants to organize the war dance, to show that the Xianzhou Luofu is stable and safe. And since he has extended an invitation, it's only right that I visit my old friend.
Coming back to this place brings back so many memories. You know?
Brings me back a lot of traumas.
Hey, I'm not actually gonna recite a poem. I was just thinking about all the twists and turns we went through when we first arrived on the Xianzhou. This time, we're not being forced or enticed or chasing after wanted criminals. And we didn't have to sneak in through the cargo dock. This trip has been incredibly smooth. Quite unusual, I must say.
Come on, don't jinx us.
I'm just hoping for the best. You're the one jinxing us.
Shut the fuck up. I really do not like March this patch.
Is the Starskiff Haven always this crowded? Oh, there's so many people here. I can barely hear anything.
Yanqing said General Jingyuan sent him to welcome us, but
Hey, you guys, hold on a moment.
Oh, Pepeshi? Here?
Did they just call us? Look at their outfits. They're from Penacony, right? Are you familiar with the Xianzhou Luofu?
We know a little bit about it. What do you need?
We're from Penacony. Maybe you've heard of it. We came to this ship to gather
Maybe we were just
interesting
there.
materials for making dream bubbles.
Oh, we just left there. Oh, talk about coincidence.
That's great. Do you know any must-see attractions on the Luofu?
Exactly. We're Xianzhou experts.
No, we're not.
Most of the tourists around at the moment are here to attend the war dance. And that's why we're here too.
Yeah, we know about that ceremony. But isn't the fighting ring still closed?
I've heard the ring was actually converted from a huge decommissioned Luofu fighter jet.
Ooh.
The Radiant Feldspar is bigger, I guess.
But for now,
So we can
all
do
is
fighting
wait
on the
till war
field
dance
spar?
starts in a few weeks before we can board it. We've still got work to do, so we can't just sit around waiting for it to start. That's why we're asking you about some must-see attractions.
We're looking for unique experiences that you won't find on Penacony. Our clients love these kinds of dream bubbles the most.
That makes sense. Something culture.
You're the expert here. Give them some
Right,
suggestions.
something cultural. Why not the gardens?
Yeah.
With the
Fixed
supernatural.
Garden. It's famous for
There were no
supernatural
ghosts in
stuff.
Penacony.
With those mischievous
There was death.
heliobi floating around.
There wasn't any.
It's pretty fascinating.
Supernatural? I don't really like scary things, but our clients will love it.
Ooh, it does sound interesting. Let's go check out Fixed Troll Garden. Maybe we'll bump into each other there.
Look, Yanqing's here.
Really? Let's go catch up with him.
There you are. Everyone, this way.
feeling lucky. Feeling lucky.
Hey, everyone. It's been a while.
It doesn't feel like it's been that long since we last saw you. But, Yanqing, are you?
What's up, Miss March?
They say kids grow up really fast. Yanqing, are you a little bit taller than before?
We've only been away for a few months.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
sorry, but after our previous adventures, I've become suspicious of whoever greets us first.
Okay, that's different. Normally your response is in just a text bubble. It's probably happened before. Is this one of the first times we actually responded with voice?
Do you have to be
Interesting.
suspicious around me too?
You know, the last time we came to the Cienjo, the first person who greeted us was...
I get it. Better
Hey,
safe than
shut
sorry.
up. She's coming back. I will cope and see if she is coming back.
Seriously, I've never seen the Lafu so lively before.
I was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be too soon. But seeing the bustling Starskiff Haven, I understand why General Jing Yuan chose this timing.
Yep. There's people from other delves and travelers like you three who've come from afar. With the war dance coming up, there's a huge number of visitors pouring into the Starskiff Haven. The Cloud Knights are working hard to keep the security tight. The General said this ceremony would help the Cienjo Lafu recover from the crisis. It's a way to showcase our martial spirit, reassure people, boost morale, and attract visitors from other planets to promote trade and peace.
That makes sense.
By the way, the Cienjo Alliance places great importance on this ceremony too. The Cienjo ships, the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing, have both sent messengers to offer their blessings. Yeah, the Cienjo Yao Qing is a major force in hunting down abominations, and is always engaged in conflicts across the cosmos.
I want to meet him.
Although it's a member of the Cienjo Alliance, I don't know much about it.
I want to meet him.
But Madame Yukong from the Skyfaring Commission mentioned that the Yao Qing always sends back reports of great victories, which is quite impressive. I heard General Fei Xiao of the Yao Qing is a young and dauntless lady. My peers say that she's like a goddess of war, capable of crushing dozens of abominations with a single punch. I wonder if it's true. If only I could witness her prowess with my own eyes.
By the way, Yanqing, where are we headed next?
I'm sorry for talking your ear off. The General wants to catch up with you at the Palace of Astrum. He's been eager to hear about
Heavy
how the Express is
breathing.
doing.
It's
Name
funny how he
mentioned.
tries to act all mature, but whenever it comes to something he's interested in, you can really see his childish
Yeah,
side.
like a VTuber I know. Wait a minute. He's adorable.
I agree.
All units, assemble quickly! Get ready to protect the crowd!
Oh, hello.
I just mentioned security, and now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me, I need to go check out the situation.
It's Jinxter's March.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Exactly what you think it means. Dinosaur
We'll go
hater.
with you.
Whoa! Wolves?
Protect the civilians. I'll deal with him.
Right, enemies with this mark will enter Moon Rage after using an attack. Apply 1 stack of Bloodlust to enemy unit and trigger Moon Rage. When it reaches certain stacks, it will enter the state at the same time. Counter business action order.
Don't listen. Why are there Boris in here? This ends now.
Okay, it's not bad for damage.
You've got a lot of nerve.
Watch your head. Bust.
Hey, it's not doing bad damage.
You won't get away.
Time for a lesson. There's no backing out now. For me or you. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
She was done with the Leviathan fossil early. Here we go. Let's see what this state does.
Self-inflicted misery.
I can only imagine how much damage these would be doing if they had actual build stats.
Not good.
Oh, yeah, there she is! Jesus Christ! Overkill, lady!
Thanks for the help.
Sorry, no time to chat. Could you give me back my...
Sword stolen! Get fucked, idiot!
Feeling lucky.
Wait, my sword! I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we'll have to put our plans on hold for now. I need to find out what's going on.
While we appreciate your rescue, my Cienjo friends, don't you think it's a bit too much to detain us and our cargo?
Sorry, but we've been ordered to detain you and your cargo for inspection until we figure out the source of the attack. Once we're done with the formalities, we'll let you and your cargo go.
Oh, but
Of
this
course, the
shipment isn't
IPC
even
is getting
meant to
caught up
operate,
in all
And
this.
it's IPC's patented technology. Who do you think you are to conduct an inspection?
According to the protocol, all cargo arriving on the Luofu must go through inspection.
Oh, but we didn't officially enter your dock at all. We just sought refuge in your dock because we were attacked by the Borisons.
Looks like this argument could go on forever. Let's not get involved in a heated dispute that won't lead to a resolution.
So we got wolves now. Good-looking wolves, may I add.
Who's in charge here? I need some answers.
Whoa! Maskless soldier!
We let our guard down for a moment. I take full responsibility.
Hello, Final Fantasy voice
War
acting.
dance approaching. Safety
Very
should be a
British.
top priority. Now, tell me, how did Borisin prisoners end up in Starskiff Haven? According to the protocol, Borisin prisoners should be held on a Starskiff and taken directly to the shackling prison under strict supervision without ever touching the ground. Who allowed a prisoner transport ship to dock at the passenger terminal?
Please don't blame this, Captain. This incident involves the Ju Ming's diplomatic vessel.
Who are you?
I'm Lu Jun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad. Thank you for your help, Lieutenant Yanqing. The situation unfolded rapidly, and it shouldn't be held against the captain. Here's what happened. An IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin just before arriving, and the Ju Ming's diplomatic vessel came to the rescue. They fought off the Borisin pirates and imprisoned them on their ship.
So, an IPC ship was attacked by the Borisin near the Luofu, and the Juming envoys saved them? This sounds complicated.
Honestly, it gives me a headache too. The Ju Ming diplomatic ship, adhering to standard procedure, docked at the passenger terminal to hand these criminals over to the Luofu. You know, with all the outsiders flooding onto the Luofu, the Starskiff lanes are under immense pressure. The Borisin desperados decided to put up a fight before the prisoner transport Starskiff could get there. And that's what you just witnessed.
We'll make sure these prisoners are sent to the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. It's an unusual situation indeed. I'll report it to the security department of the Realm Keeping Commission and ask for their cooperation in handling the aftermath. Maybe I should gather more details from others so that the Seat of Divine Foresight can have a better understanding of the situation.
Oh, you look much mature now, Yanqing.
Yeah, that fight against
Please don't tease
Amelie
me, Miss March.
really goddamn
The
humbled
situation on
you.
the Cienjo before the war dance is like a calm lake that can be disturbed by even the smallest pebble, capable of generating far-reaching ripples with even the slightest disturbance.
What are those people? I mean, those monsters we just dealt with.
I know, the kobolds, right?
Those
I read
werewolf
Dungeons
monsters
and
are known
Dragons.
as Borison. They're abominations of abundance, and we've been fighting them
Fun
for a
fact,
very
yes,
long time.
kobolds originally were more dog-like.
Borison have been a powerful force for
Hence
a
why
long
if you
time,
watch Delicious in
plundering and
Dungeon,
enslaving many worlds.
why their kobolds
The
are
threat
dogs.
they pose is just as terrible as the Swarm disaster. And the Alliance even had a fierce war with them 3 decades ago. Their presence has faded over the years. But who would have thought?
According to that officer, they attacked an IPC ship near the Xianzhou Luofu. Such a brazen attack seems quite unusual to me.
Yeah, that's what I find strange too. It seems like the IPC and the Borison have some serious
I'll call
grudges.
Jade.
Well, enough with the
Get
chit
Jade's coming down and
The
see what's
General
going
wants me
on.
to take you to the Palace of Astrum. I'd love to chit-chat a little longer, but there are some things that can't be left unchecked.
Like my sword.
Is it a serious matter? Maybe you'll need our help in hunting down the Borison?
Thank you, but it's no big deal. By the way, that young lady who just appeared, she took my sword. I'm thinking of filing a lost property report at the Realm Keeping Commission to see if I can get it back.
I doubt she did it on purpose.
I'll go fetch the popcorn.
Don't remind me. I just zoned out for a moment, that's all. All right, let's not keep the General waiting.
Don't worry. There aren't many people out there with that kind of talent. It shouldn't be too hard to find her.
What is he planning?
There sure are a lot of troublemakers around.
Ah. No wonder he's an unmasked NPC.
Success and failure.
It's been a long journey, Elder Huayan. Thank you for your presence.
Wait, wasn't Huygen meant to be playable? They're old?
General, I brought our guests from the Express.
Interesting.
Oh, I'm sorry for my bad timing. I didn't know you were meeting a guest, General.
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while, my friends from the Astral Express.
Dreamed about you on Penacony.
Oh. It's an honor
I had a
to be
dream
with
about
you,
you.
my friend.
You weren't naked.
Allow me to introduce you.
Oh,
to
look!
General
In the background, there she is.
He's the Arbiter General of the Xianzhou Juming, known as the Flaming Heart.
Okay, it'd be really cool if he actually got him playable.
No need to be so formal.
I'll be
I'm
one
just
second.
a tourist here, no different from other tourists who've come to attend the ceremony.
Elder Huayan is not only one of the Arbiter Generals, but also the Furnace Master of the Artisanship Commission. Besides his martial skills, he excels in forging various weapons. Such talents are unique, even among the Arbiter Generals.
Be it Arbiter General or Furnace Master, these are merely titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances, the Marshal has called me back to duty, and I had no choice but to answer the call. Well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life naturally brings its share of disapproval.
It's an honor to meet you, General Huayan.
It's my honor to meet you, General Huayan.
Glad to meet you, General. Sup, bro?
No need to be all formal. Today I'm just a guest on the Luofu, the same as all of you. So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jingyuin? The heroes who helped you with the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
She's watching us.
Indeed. There's Dan Heng, March 7th, and him. Without their help, I'm afraid the Law Fu might not have easily overcome this crisis.
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation has returned to the Law Fu and will attend the war dance. I'd love to have a drink with you should the chance present itself.
You're more than welcome, General Hua Yan.
And this young friend is?
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Law Fu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance, ready to take on all kinds of challenges.
Great, great! It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today. Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yoon Lee.
Wait for it to kick in when they're gonna realize.
It's...
There it is!
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, you two already know each other? Guess we don't need any introductions then.
What a coincidence! I was afraid I'd have trouble finding this girl.
Oh? Now you've piqued my curiosity. Tell me, how did you two become acquainted?
Well, she stole my sword.
She helped me capture the escaped Borisin prisoners at the Starskiff Haven. Allow me to express my gratitude for you. But when you left, you took my flying sword with you.
Your flying sword? Oh, so that's why I found a dagger in my bag. Turns out it's yours.
Yes, it is. Now that we've met again, I hope...
Nope, that won't do.
Won't
Thievery!
You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just take it
Oh, boy.
back. On the Juming, when you lose your sword on the battlefield, you have to reclaim it on the battlefield. As for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borisin prisoner. But unfortunately, its owner's agitated state caused it to fly off like a kite with a
Wow,
broken
she's a
string.
bitch.
And it missed its target. By the way, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark, that Borisin prisoner would have gotten away.
Hold on a second, Lee. You took my sword without even asking, and now you're refusing to give it back?
So much for Lafu's swordmasters.
What did you just say?
If you just stepped up and took your sword back from me fair and square, I would have totally respected you. But nope, you tried to play it down, expecting me to just hand it back to you like it's nothing.
Yeah, it's called being a human. Why are you such a bitch?
With all due respect, you don't honor your sword, so you don't deserve it.
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? If you want to settle this with swords, fine. Let's have a one-on-one duel, right?
Yanqing.
Well, that's more like it. Just be careful, because I'm not as easy to handle as the Borisin.
You two, be quiet and apologize to Yanqing.
Hey! Whose side are you on, Grandpa?
I don't take sides.
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much. I've heard about the Zhu Ming's incredible swordplay and craftsmanship. Most notably, the legendary Flame Wheel Octet. Seeing Miss Yoon Lee, who is among those ranks today, well, I must say, she definitely has that fiery edge.
Such grandiose names. Some folks love to spin these fancy titles, trying to set the Cloud Knights apart. Yoon Lee is still just a young girl, a bit awkward and hot-tempered.
No, she's a bitch.
So please forgive her if she's being rude.
Well, everyone, Elder Hua Yan and I have some business to discuss. For now, Yanqing, why don't you entertain our guests and take Miss Yoon Lee to the inn? I'll find another chance to talk with you all. I'd like to express my gratitude to the Astral Express.
They're definitely gonna fight.
For helping the Law Fu during the crisis.
That's so kind of you. I mean, you've already thanked us so many times.
Please forgive me for coming at an inconvenient time.
You needn't apologize, General Hua Yan.
All right, Yoon Lee. take this opportunity to clear things up with Yanqing.
Yeah. It's better to make friends than enemies. But I won't be heading to the inn just yet.
Lingsha!
I want to visit Lingsha.
Ah! That's another name
She
I
just
like.
arrived in the Lafu and could use some help settling in.
Yangqing, once you've helped our guests get settled, you go to the Artisanship Commission for me. I've heard about the attack and the detainment of the IPC ship. Qingzu sent word that the IPC members are protesting and wish to have their cargo back. See if you can calm them down. Don't get aggressive. Just make it clear that the Xianzhou Luofu has no intention of violating their rights.
I'm on it. This is the report Qingzu just sent me. Let me take a look. Looks like the General has given me a tough challenge. He wants me to try and help put the IPC's mind at ease. Well, it's not exactly a test. As Cloud Knight officers, we not only learn the art of war and martial arts, but also occasionally have to handle diplomatic disputes. It's just, talking things out isn't as straightforward as duking it out with weapons on the battlefield. This is especially true when you're up against the IPC, with their non-stop corporate babble. Well, let's not worry about that for now. Shall I take you to the inn?
Let's go.
It is the Luofu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing implies intentions beyond mere spectating. Might there be any specific instructions from the Marshal?
You're overthinking it, Jingyuan. As I said, I'm here to broaden my granddaughter's horizons. I have no ulterior motives.
Although I could use a grandchild, a great-grandchild.
I have no clue what the Yaoqing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title of Arbiter General holds a weight far greater than its literal meaning. So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. Living too long means that every mistake you made will lurk in the shadows. And one day, they'll eventually catch up to you. The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the Luofu. As for the Merlin's Claw of the Yao Qing, she has come specifically for you.
Excuse me?
Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet? They say the Merlin's Claw strikes like lightning. Being late isn't her style.
That's not true, General Huayan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
As soon as she disembarked from the star skiff,
Oh,
she
we don't want to
mentioned
hear
having
him.
something to attend to, and simply disappeared.
He does a good voice, but we are waiting for
You
his
must
voice
be
to
the
be updated.
messengers from the Xianzhou Yao Qing, I assume.
We are Jiaoqiu and Moza, retainers of the Merlin's Claw. It's an honor to meet you in person, Arbiter
Fire
Generals.
Emblem looking ass.
Now this is interesting. A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message instead. What does she mean? Tell me, what could be more important to her than coming here?
Master heard about a spectacular view in Scale Gorge Waterscape. I believe she went there to enjoy it.
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Jingyuan? This person is being sarcastic.
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huayan. I was simply stating the truth. Master thought it would be inappropriate to keep you waiting, so she sent us here. Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
Drat. I forgot to ask Yun Li to return my sword.
I don't think you'll ever get your sword back. I'm gonna be real, dude.
Unacceptable. Every sword is precious to me. If it weren't for the General's interference, I would have taught that shameless girl a lesson in swordplay. By the way, I don't know if it's just me, but the General seemed a little reserved.
I think everyone's
Could it
suspicious
be
of
because
everyone.
Elder YN's...
Reserved? Really?
Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum, I realized that the messenger from the Xianzhou Zhu Ming was actually the Arbiter General himself. So, the messenger from the Xianzhou Yao Qing must be the Merlin's Claw herself, I presume.
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this entire thing so unusual.
What's so unusual about it? They simply received an invitation from Jing Yuan, just like the crew, right?
The war dance is just a small festival. And now we have 2 Arbiter Generals from other Xianzhou ships here. I'm afraid they're here for something more. Maybe they've come to hold Jing Yuan accountable for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Hold him accountable? Come on, didn't the Luofu fall victim to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and the Antimatter Legion? Why would they blame the victim?
Don Shu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story to the other Arbiter Generals of the Alliance. Only a single piece of incontrovertible evidence remains, creating an endless source of potential complications.
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that the plague mark, which was subdued by the Xianzhou Luofu, has resurfaced. But was it really a conspiracy instigated by the Antimatter Legion? Or does it indicate a traitorous intent from within the Luofu, implicating Jing Yuan himself? Once the spark of suspicion is kindled, it proves hard to extinguish.
What was I thinking? Seriously, here I was looking forward to a carefree and enjoyable trip. But it seems wherever we go, drama is just around the corner.
Aw, I was so excited. I thought those Arbiter Generals were just here to see the ceremony. By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Zhuming diplomatic ship has arrived. And rumors say that she's to be the new Cauldron Master of the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu.
An alchemist from the Zhuming serving as the Cauldron Master on the Luofu? While it's not unheard of, the timing itself...
Thanks to your words, Mr. Dan Heng. Now I finally see the underlying tensions. The General is under tremendous pressure right now, and I was completely oblivious to his troubles. How naive of me.
Come on, don't think like that. Leave the adult matters to the adults. Even if you wanted to do something for the
I am an
General,
adult.
it's not like you can do anything. Did I say something wrong? Again?
Real
Miss March
master
is
of
right.
conversation,
I don't have the skills to share the General's burdens at the moment. Still, I'll do my best to follow his instructions. Let's go. Once I've taken you to your accommodations, I need to go to the Artisanship Commission to handle the IPC's protest.
He looks like he has a lot on his mind. We can't just let him go alone. Why don't we accompany you to the Artisanship Commission?
This is too much
Don't
trouble.
worry, I've got
While I
contacts in the
appreciate
IPC. They can
dealing
help.
with the IPC's workers can be tricky.
No worries. We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC. You've heard of the 10 Stone Hearts? We've dealt with quite a few of them, right?
You're a real master of conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Are you being sarcastic?
Perhaps.
Well, since you're willing to help, I won't decline your kindness. Let's head to the Artisanship Commission and meet them.
Can I really reason with you Xianzhou people? I think I get it now. In your words, this is
Wait.
called looting a burning house, right?
Is this who I think it is?
Ugh, that toxic voice sounds familiar. Haven't I heard it before in Arum Alley?
Yeah!
You know what? This
Thought
isn't
it
my
was.
first time
Fuck!
dealing with the Skyfaring Commission. I can handle your unreasonable...
Hey, you hit a bark again, bitch?
Straight up snatching IPC cargo? Isn't that going a bit too far?
Just as I've said it many times already. Once we've inspected the cargo and completed the security check, you can be on your way. Is there something wrong with your ears, or is it just your brain?
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm thinking clear. And my answer is crystal clear. Not a chance. Keep detaining my cargo and I'll file a complaint directly with your general.
Did I hear a dog barking?
Jerk. Who are you calling a dog? Wait. Why are you here? Staying on the Cienjo, are you? What terrible luck. Wherever you go, disasters aren't far behind.
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express? What brings you and Yanqing to the Artisanship Commission?
I heard you're in
They're
trouble.
No, it's me. I'm the one in trouble.
Looks like you've met this IPC worker before. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. I was sent here to deal with the IPC protest, Miss Shikue. What's going on here?
As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin and rescued by the Juming's diplomatic ship. Then the Cloud Knights were instructed to bring it back to the dock for repairs and inspections. And this is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this transport ship.
So, you're Scott. I've heard him mention you. Weren't you kicked off the Lafu before? Why did you come back?
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for good. Little did I know, as soon as the ship entered the harbor, a bunch of Cloud Knights showed up and snatched all our cargo from the hold.
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you 1,000,000 times. It's a security check.
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady craftsmen. It's obvious you're trying to steal the IPC's patented technology!
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could possibly be weapons in your cargo hold. That's why they called me here, to double check. Secondly, where the heck did you get the idea that I'm a shady craftsman?
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you? It's not even being shipped to the Lafu. We'll just fix the
but what
ship
if it's
and be on
being
our
shipped
way.
to someone
We
that
won't
hates the
unload our cargo
Lafu?
here.
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days before your ship is repaired and you can take off again. How can we just leave unchecked items sitting here?
I understand, but we don't need to disassemble the cargo if it's just a security check, right?
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also some substance that resembles biological tissue.
Biological tissue? Does this crate contain living things?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according to our regulations, we need to unseal one of the crates for further examination. But this IPC specialist has been hindering us on the grounds of patent secrecy.
The Alliance's regulations on biological products are very strict. Without further inspection, there is no way for the Skyfaring Commission to release the cargo.
Oh, really? Fine! If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if it's mechanical or biological. It's none of your business. I'm filing a complaint against the Skyfaring Commission's ridiculous regulations.
This Mr. Scott seems stubborn and difficult to persuade. Honestly, I really don't want to have a vicious confrontation with the IPC. I heard how you helped
I know a thing or two.
The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right? Since you've dealt with him before, it looks like I'll have to rely on you again.
What are you guys whispering about over there? Just hurry up and give us back our cargo.
No. So, you're the punk I've been hearing about. Oh god, negotiation. Oh god.
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent. Let's use that against him.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4 of the Cienjo Alliance IPC Trade Consensus, the Alliance and IPC shall never infringe on each other's intellectual property rights.
Back in Arum Alley, you were dealing with civilian merchants, where you could use the IPC's name to scare them. But this time, the Cloud Knight Lieutenant standing before you represents the will of Lafu's general, and won't be intimidated by your words.
Of course. I'm sure we both want a peaceful resolution.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, I want things to be resolved peacefully, but aren't we getting stuck in rigid formalities here? Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild are incredibly valuable, beyond your wildest imagination. If anything goes wrong, you won't be able to pay for it even with your lives.
Can you give us an exact amount, Mr. Scott? If there's any damage after the inspection, the the Skyfaring Commission will compensate you.
The Skyfaring Commission. Yeah, they will compensate you. Provided a detailed
Right, I think I need to
report
get
of the
him
damage
win
is
because I think he
submitted.
loses if it loses.
I don't doubt the financial strength of the Skyfaring Commission. However, this is not just about money. Besides, the cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild. If you want to inspect the cargo, shouldn't you at least call in a member of the Intelligentsia Guild to be present?
Since the Intelligentsia Guild entrusted the cargo to the IPC for transportation, it's the IPC's responsibility to ensure its safety, right? Why would you need a member of the Intelligentsia Guild to be present?
Let me tell you something. As stated in Article 17 of the IPC's Building Material Logistics Department Transport Agreement Law, subsequent to the dispatch of goods and during their transit, all risks, save for those pertaining to the transportation safety, shall be the sole liability of the consignor. Well, only protect the integrity of the goods and prevent anyone with ill intentions from getting their hands on them, for example. As for whether the cargo itself poses a security threat to the destination, that's not our responsibility. It appears we have reached an area beyond your expertise, doesn't it? The complexity of legal studies are indeed challenging. We both need to follow the regulations, because that's how the IPC and the Cienjo operate, right? As an IPC worker, I have to abide by its regulations. If I make an exception and allow you to inspect the cargo, it'll spell disaster for me.
All right, we understand your position, but rules are rules and we can't bend them now. However, we'll note down your concerns and pass them on to management. We'll keep you updated on any developments.
That was actually kind of
Well,
tricky
you
for
guys
me.
sure know how to argue your case. Fine, I'll allow you to do the security inspection. It's just that, I need some time to sort things out. This is a big deal. Let me talk to headquarters first.
That's better.
So, Mr. Scott, are you just stalling for time and planning to leave the Cienjo as soon as your ship is repaired? To avoid the Skyfaring Commission's inspection?
Well, IPC staff are free to come and go, as long as they don't break any laws.
Yeah, you've got some insight there. Who are you again?
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lingsha, Cauldron Master and head of the
Yeah!
Lafu.
One of our next healer, by the way.
Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned
So,
here from
you
the
know, I'll be
Cienjo
pulling
Wing.
for her as the healer main.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo
Oh my
containing
God, wait.
samples of unknown organisms.
Her arms and legs go
It
red.
said they needed help
Oh.
from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so I came myself.
They're not even gloves.
It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really
she's a
don't want
dragon
your
folk.
cargo to be inspected, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? How can you say that?
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Hmm? Well, since you're not going to check it, I'll take this crate and be on my way. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't inspect
What's
them.
going on here?
Wait a minute!
Well, that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more reasonable attitude, we could have sidestepped that altercation just now. Our ship will leave in a few days once the engines are repaired.
Yep, with these extra bombs
Your
that have
ship
been
can leave
planted.
whenever you want, but I'm afraid I can't say the same for your cargo. According to the import and export regulations signed between the Xianzhou and IPC, all biological shipments can only leave the port when they have confirmed to be of no threat, or when all biological activity expires. Since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Let me check the previous cases. Normally, it'll only take around 47 star calendar years.
Only 47 years?
Yeah, don't worry, I live that long.
Why so surprised? You're still young and full of energy. I'm pretty sure you'll live a few more decades. Have some confidence in yourself.
Oh.
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about time, I do. I'll be demanding double compensation from the Skyfaring Commission for every minute wasted.
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough to witness this victory unfold.
Sharp words. Truly from a dragon's tongue.
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
But, Mr. Scott...
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good for, right?
Sorry for the trouble.
Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman.
And you're so
Misogyny!
This lady is really something
She's got
else.
a sharp tongue and she's a healer. I like it. Or, well, she's a support.
Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
I'm sorry! They're building Eva? Why are they building Evangelion?
Oh, how unexpected. That was a surprise.
Answer me. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Just graze.
Oh.
0 points.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off. Watch your head.
You won't get away.
There's no backing out now, for me or you.
Test. 0 points.
No dirty tricks.
And next, it's a complete reset.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Self-inflicted misery.
Answer me.
Watch your head. Bust.
Or maybe I'll take it off.
You won't get away.
Oh, get broken, mate. Get broken multiple times.
I always deliver.
Test. 0 points.
Watch your head.
Humanity never conceals its
Hey,
desire to control the heavens.
you know what?
And I'm no exception.
Thanks to the bloodlust triggers.
It's on me.
I do love, though, that with any team I get here, pretty much, adventuring keeps them alive.
0 points.
But this could be something that takes hours.
Or maybe
Adventuring keeps them alive. Ooh, 2 achievements.
Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days? That's way too dangerous.
Yeah, Scott. Answer yourself.
About it. You must have accidentally triggered the cargo's defense program.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving. I swear on the Amber Lord.
Call your advisors in.
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guest to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
Gentlemen, our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside. Just like the craftsman feared.
Are they using bosun?
Tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
Why do you say that? Are they using bosun?
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply, this machine operates with a kind of biological nerve as its control center.
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue comes from.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical
I like
technology?
Linkshot already.
Perhaps they're trying to create a new weapon?
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borisin attacked the ship. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the Ten Lords Commission and ask the judges to come and give their final verdict on this. According to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must be taken to the shackling prison for further sentencing. After all, it's the safest place on the Luofu. As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation to the judge.
Ooh.
I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble, but I didn't think they'd be this tricky. Thanks for your help, Miss Linksha.
I should thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. Taking down that big guy. I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial masters. I didn't expect Yenching to be so...
Cute.
Can't argue with that. As for you, you must be the guest
Small.
from the Astral Express, right?
Angry.
Saving the lost.
Small but angry.
It's so impressive. It wasn't a big deal. It's still early. So why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission? We can discuss your suggestions for revitalizing the commission.
I'd be happy to accept your invitation.
And you three are coming too, right?
Yeah, why not? Free cup of tea. I can live with that. As long as she's paying, I'm coming.
I'm here to pay my respects.
All these years. And the view at the Alchemy Commission hasn't changed a bit.
Well,
The tides come and go.
we kind of
The
did save it a
ancient
bit.
sea remains the same. For us Vidyadhara, there's nothing more nostalgic than our homeland.
You're a Luofu native, Miss Lingsha?
Yes, I grew up here, listening to the sound of waves while researching prescriptions with my mentors and peers at the Alchemy Commission. It's kind of sad, isn't it?
Wait, look on her arms.
changes, but
Look
somehow
carefully on her arms.
remains
She has
familiar.
scales.
Just
Oh
like you,
my...
Don Hung. I traveled far
Love.
from home, and now
Love.
I've returned. Seeing the familiar scenery brings back a hint of nostalgia.
The view here would be even better without the ambrosial arbor.
Oh, really? I think that towering tree looks pretty impressive.
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou have been fighting abominations for thousands of years. And now that the ambrosial arbor has been reborn, it's only natural for everyone to feel uneasy.
Well, once a seed is planted, no matter how long it takes, it'll eventually sprout and bear fruit, in my humble opinion. The rebirth of the ambrosial arbor and the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were inevitable. The seed was already planted when the ancestors of the Xianzhou sought immortality.
For a dozen tea, but where's the tea? I wanted actual tea, not drama.
Well, since you went through the entire ambrosial arbor crisis firsthand, Dan Heng and Lieutenant Yan Qing, I'd like to discuss something with you.
What would you like to discuss, Miss Linksha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in and clean up all the old grime in the Alchemy Commission. Honestly, the Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing it seems impossible. I'm looking to remedy this problem, but was wondering if you could provide any insights.
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, I'm an outsider, just like my companions here. I can't really say much about a remedy, but I do have a piece of advice, Miss Lingsha. The Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu have always been intricately connected. If you cannot distance yourself from these ties, Miss Lingsha, changing the situation within the Alchemy Commission may be quite challenging.
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been operating within the Alchemy Commission for years. If you're determined to root them out, maybe you should discuss it with the General.
I see. Thank you for your valuable insights. While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the ambrosial arbor, it can't sever mortals' desire to prolong their existence. Just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but are unable to calm the hearts and minds of the people within the Alchemy Commission. Our Xianzhou forebears knew this well, and that's why they entrusted the duty of guarding the roots of the arbor to the Vidyadhara. However, the Vidyadhara are still only mortal beings. 30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. She recognized the emerging undercurrents and sought to cleanse the source of the disturbance. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. In the end, she was framed and exiled to the Juming. I was also implicated and had to leave the Luofu. And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence? None other than General Jing Yuan himself.
What?
You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but even the Divine Foresight himself.
Oops.
Alas, why is your face turning pale, Yanqing? Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our age, holding personal grudges is a luxury we can't afford.
Lingsha, you're back! I've been waiting ages for you.
Hello, again.
Yunli! Why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to Yanqing.
What a small world. You stole my sword! Give it back!
I see. Let's skip the introduction part then.
do I keep bumping into you? Are you stalking me or something?
Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yunli, I have important things to take care of. You, on the other hand, seem to have all the time in the world to wander around without returning my sword.
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate when you should strike, and you struggle to stay calm when your sword is unsheathed. Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right. It wasn't me who took your sword. It was you who lost focus.
Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Juming, but you're not taking the hint. Don't people from the Juming know you're supposed to return what you've borrowed?
If it wasn't really her, and it was like
Just
a clone of some
this
sort.
flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, it'd just be taken away again in a few hours.
Oh, I do not like her right
You know
now.
the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon. Yes? Well, sure, I can give it back to you now, but on the battlefield, that's a whole different story. Poor flying sword.
Fine! You don't have to give it back, because I'll take it back myself!
Oh, to be young and full of whim of impulse.
Between these two, who do you think is tougher? Don't get me wrong, I'm just curious.
Get ready to separate them.
It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not how I imagine celebrating it.
Well, since you don't approve, I won't draw my sword here.
I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be disappointed if you didn't get to test one another, right? I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations. Seems like my predecessors left quite a mess. So,
Clearing out some abominations? Sounds boring.
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations. You don't have to ask me twice, Miss Lingsha. I'll help you get rid of them.
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave? If Lingsha needs anything, I'll gladly draw my sword and help her out.
it's so heartwarming to see both of you being so sweet and caring. So then, shall we get going?
Let's go.
Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were eradicated, their experimental abominations have been festering here. If you want a contest, I'll be the referee. The one who kills the most abominations within an hour wins.
Lingsha, as always, you're still an expert in making unpaid work sound so noble and grand.
Just like someone else I
For your
know.
own good, little Yunli. While you desire to compete against each other, I don't want to see either of you getting hurt.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both... Ugh. Looks like my Let me say it again. Be careful when you draw your swords, and make sure you don't hurt each other.
Can we start now, Lingsha?
I always deliver. There's no backing out now, for me or you. Don't let me down.
Hey, hey, hey.
There's no backing out now, for me or...
Okay, so we have to use Yongqing. Excuse me while I just...
Young man, show me your progress.
Right. Before we do this then, give me 1 second to use the bathroom. I will be right back, and then we'll be ready to begin this.
Ow!
Let's do this. Right.
The moon shines on the tree.
Feeling lucky.
Shift the balance.
Looks. Let me say
Let's
it
do
again.
this.
Be careful when you draw your sword.
Can we... Time for sword play. Strike apart.
Stand down.
I hit the mark. Spend freely.
Commencing support. Ready for another?
How many can you block?
Right.
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to sand to earth. You've got style with those moves.
Yo, what the
You're not striking
fuck?
once.
She can do like full hits of damage.
Shame to see you misuse your sword like that.
What is that shit? What is that shit? Summons them all in and it goes, yeah. You can beat this and win against her here, by the way.
Net markers activate. Time for
I
little
know you
counter.
can for a fact.
In the lunar flame.
It's on me.
Hey, thanks for the damage.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Swords descend.
We'll see what the auto can do here.
Ready for another? Net markers activate. Time for good old counter.
Oh my goodness.
Strike apart.
See, the big downside of all this is when you get her, she doesn't do this.
Bladed flight.
It literally becomes the boss. The boss when you unlock them as a playable character.
Net markers activate. Time for good old counterattack.
Luckily for me, I've got Amma on my side who,
In the lunar flame.
you know, Amelie does Amelie things.
I win, Miss Yun Li. You got lucky.
Amelie!
Give me back my sword, sincerely apologize, and then go cry your eyes out to your grandpa. Consider yourself lucky that I'm not interested in your rusty sword, because I don't have the nasty habit of snatching other people's weapons.
I wonder,
Was chop down a few
and I kind of
monsters.
want them
Don't
to
get carried away with
do a
yourself.
showcase or a reveal
If you
how
think you
many
just take
people
the sword
in a
from
week's
my hand,
time
Go
passed
ahead
this
and try.
and won compared to how many people lost the battle. I feel like I know this cutscene. I feel like I know this cutscene. I'm totally not stimming behind the camera. I feel like I've seen hints of this cutscene from X or Twitter. Holy shit, though, the animation. There she is! Yes!
have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging
Oh
and
god.
weaving,
Ow, my
while the
wrists.
other
I'm stimming
relies
too
on
hard.
brute strength,
Don't
trying
cut
to
that out of
defend
context.
targets with a single strike.
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission.
I want to give her ear scratches!
I thought I'd see my fill of
Wait, does that count as horny on
main?
main?
Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable fight at the
Oh
Alchemy
my god.
Commission, of all places. Well, the Lawfu is never short of surprises. However,
I need a drink.
have a small
I am extra
suggestion.
thirsty. Woo!
Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the War Dances ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with a proper duel and put your grudges behind you.
Grudges? No, not at all. Yunli and I, we were just
They were
sparring.
totally roommates.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords, and she swung her sword with full strength. No grudges between you.
Both of them. Both of them are in the same cutscene. So, yes, everyone,
What brings you here, Lady
meet the
Fayshaw?
two characters I
Have you
am
finished your
going to
health
be pulling
consultation with the
for.
Dragon Lady?
The whole reason why I will not be pulling this patch, Fischl
Grandpa always
and
talks
Lingsha.
about you. Could it be that you're the Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yao Qing?
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Lawfu, too.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the great general. Known to all, and unbeknown to none.
Great General. Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic?
She has really blue eyes. Oh my
I
god.
don't like it.
Hang on a second.
Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Lawfu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals.
How do I open? I guess I have to save image. God damn it.
Sounds much better, right?
Yeah, that's a befitting title that sounds both humble and impressive. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fayshaw for her guidance and bury the hatchet?
Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again. By the way, we haven't settled the score yet. I'll defeat you fair and square
I
next time we
beat
fight.
your ass into the ground in that competition. That's still a victory,
This is how she
you know.
apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine force.
You know what you need to do? Just
I'll take my
give her a
leave,
cheeseburger. Give Kitty the cheeseburger.
By the way, Miss Linsha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jingyuan. I think there's more to those personal grudges you mentioned earlier.
Thanks for stepping in, General Fayshaw. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
So, hang on. So, she has some really blue eyes, right? It's not just me. Her eyes are like super blue. She's really out here like this. See? I see no difference. I see no difference.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it
Oh, I should have put it up here.
Healer Ladies Consultation.
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting
Oh,
decades
so
for a
she
chance to
went
see the
to
Dragon
meet
Lady if it weren't for me.
Bailu.
Well, you can always send the bill
I
to the Seat
see.
of Divine Foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a spot and get some fresh air.
What's going to be really nice, by the way, is after this patch, I can start farming for both of these characters. And I will be, by the way. Holy shit, will I be?
Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours. So, what do you think?
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
as a show of strength to convince everyone.
I can't not hear Kazuha in his voice.
After the Ambrosial
He's doing a more mature version of Kazuha. So really now when people do Genshin comics with a adult or an older Kazuha, they can use voice lines from
influx
Joshi.
of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors. One wrong move, and the Luofu could be in a world of chaos.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant, so at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
Honestly, these two really do look like Fire Emblem Fates retainers, and I'm not going
I'm
to get
just
any
a military healer, and now all of a sudden I'm thrust
you're a
onto
healer
the center
too?
stage, having cordial chats
Well,
with two
tough
generals.
luck. You're not healer. You're not abundance.
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
I'm an abundance main.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right?
No, they're in Honkai Star
Before getting
Rail.
in touch with General Jing
Different
Yuan,
bucket of fish,
I wanted to put aside
lady.
my assumptions and see
Faye.
his momentum.
I can
That
put Wei and
includes the
Faye in the
overall
same team.
bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street, what people are
Yeah!
saying, and how those close to him.
Especially when they're walking together. It's very resemblant of Fire
The
Emblem
might
Fates
of an army
retainers.
dwells not within its palms.
It's like Kai,
but within the force of its collective
Tell me what his name
momentum.
is, voiced by Max Mittelman.
Recognizing this fact
in
reveals the
Fates
true measure
and Kage.
of power. Thanks for enlightening me, General.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now. Anyway, this is how I operate in battle, so you might as well get used to it.
Are you treating General Jing Yuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Luofu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
No, probably
By the way,
300.
General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the
Yeah,
medicine she prescribed
it does fit, but
well, the
yeah,
healer
I'm a
lady
bit
couldn't do
iffy.
anything about my
I'm hit
condition.
and miss with it.
She just told me
He does a
to
good job,
enjoy some tasty
but
food.
he really shouldn't have been given any more opportunities in the voice acting community after,
So not
you know,
even the famed healer
actually
lady
coming
could
out
help?
and just outright saying, yes, I did this.
Don't worry.
It's like a certain other
I'll
streamer
fulfill
that's
my
just come back
promise
after
and find
saying,
a way to
yes,
cure you.
I did
Actually,
do
I've got
something
some leads.
heinous. And he's expecting to just come back without any
Well,
problems.
life and death, Jiao Cho. It's all predetermined.
Chow Chow. His name
Upon
now is
starting
Chow
my
Chow.
military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou spearhead, hunting down the
Okay, we get that as a
abominations of
skin for her
abundance
in the
to end
future?
of my days.
Question mark?
As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care how long I live. You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy.
Oh, wow.
My real enemy has always been myself.
Who was your voice again, Fei Zhao? Because one of these two had a voice that I know.
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
You guys figure it out for yourselves.
I suggest
I'm
you make
due to
something
catch
with
up an old war friend
coriander.
I've not seen for quite a long
Dun-dun.
time.
Let's see.
Hey!
Go.
Was that the Yaoqing general who just dropped in out of nowhere? Oh, she's so awesome. I mean, when Yun Li swung that massive sword, she just casually blocked her attack with ease.
Say, Shara,
Mine
I have
too.
not played Rune Factory 3 Special.
Yeah, but to go up against Yun Li is quite impressive, you know? That aura of heroism and
By the way,
grace,
do not worry, even
it
though I'm
almost
not paying
makes me
attention
wanna
to
learn
like,
Xianzhou
eyes,
sword
I'm
play.
listening in.
You think so too, right?
Huh, what'd you say? No, I'm joking.
Can't you put a little more enthusiasm into it?
No, fuck off. Can't you put
Thanks
in
for the
more
kind
enthusiasm
words,
about
March.
fossils?
The war dance is coming up, and I've been chosen to represent the Cloud Knights in the ceremony. I've had my fair share of defeats lately.
I'm gonna
and even
take that
though
grudge
I know
to the
there
grave.
are always more skilled sword masters out there. Seeing General Fei Xiao's skills today has made me feel a bit uneasy again.
Wait, were you in the original?
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, generals won't fight in the
No
rain
way was
during
she.
the war
I was gonna
dance.
say, it's only in Journeys.
Just remember the state of mind you had when you single-handedly took on me
She took over as
and
Iris
Blade,
in Journeys. Okay,
putting
I was
life
gonna
and
say
death
that.
aside.
Really?
With that
Maybe that's why the
mindset,
voice sounds recognizable.
you
She
can
voices
prevail
Greta,
against
who
most
released recently in
challengers.
Pokemon Masters.
I see. Thanks for the advice, Master Danheng. By the way, now that today's events are over, General Jing Yuan wants to invite all of you to the Seat of Divine Foresight. He has something important to discuss.
Something important like Shadow the Hedgehog being a bitch-ass motherfucker?
I bet it's about how to deal with the
That's
generals
terrible.
from the Yaoqing and the Juming.
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope Generals Fei Xiao and Huaiyan can see the truth. We don't need any more chaos on the Luofu before the war dance.
Hey, my team's been set back.
Extractor
Sweet.
cleaned or your star skiff serviced?
I don't
Look,
believe.
There's a good child. Do as you're told.
Yo! Hello, everyone!
Lucina Exalt 1 has invited 2 to join the conquest.
Hello, Raiders! Hello, Lucina. How are you doing today? You've just come in at a good point. We have just been introduced to Fia Xiao, who is someone I'm incredibly looking forward to in the next patch of this game. Let's see what was going on. If I'm right, you were playing Fire Emblem. Let's see which clip comes up.
My daughter gave this to me. It's named after her.
Oh, is that Pick? That looks like Pikmin.
Oh my!
It is Pikmin! Oh, I recognize the text. How you doing? How was Fire Emblem? Hopefully it went
What is
quite
your
well.
purpose for entering the Seat of Divine Foresight?
Business. Is she here? No, the old man is here. Where is my new wife? Yun Li is here. Of course she is.
Earlier at the Palace of Astral, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder Huayan. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them to you.
I'll be 1
These
second
three
very
brave
quickly.
great dangers, accompanying me into perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Vantilia, and uncovering the conspiracies of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus.
Went
If you
well
wish
to
to
your
know more,
commander,
please,
and to your commander
feel free
to
to
move
ask us.
when you can grind
Well,
levels.
I skimmed through the
Ah.
reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Hu Xuan. She's been summoned to the Yuchue for questioning. There are a lot of doubts within the Alliance about this whole situation. But despite all
So,
that,
one thing I
believe
am
in you.
wondering,
Since you joined the
and
ranks,
this is a
you have
partial.
repeatedly achieved remarkable
Huayan's a
feats.
home. He is.
After the
I
High
want him
Cloud
playable. I
content
want
each with their
Hoyo to be
separate
an
ways,
old
despite
man
the many
that
criticisms
isn't
within
Yang.
the Alliance.
Considering
Marshall
Yang actually is
still
quite
stood
old.
firm against the dissenting voices and entrusted the law
So,
to you.
people
Over the
that
years,
were looking at
you've
models
served
in the
the
game
Alliance with loyalty and
came
respect.
across a certain
You've taken down
character
abominations in
that was
Blossom,
really important during this
rescued
part of the
Xianzhou
story.
Yuchue from a siege, and
I want to know if
destroyed
she's
the
going to
demonic
come
planet
back.
summoned by the denizens of abundance. I still remember those battles vividly.
I mean,
there are fools.
what would be
doubt
interesting actually is a
your
playable
loyalty.
Fantasia
They're
on
happy
a
to
brand,
see the
well, shipping
divine
destruction.
foresight fail because it gives them some kind
Apparently
of
there have
sick
been some rumors going around
satisfaction.
about new paths,
They
by the
haven't
way,
achieved anything of their own.
which will be interesting.
They feed
you know?
off the failures of others.
I know a lot of people want
I've
Path
seen
of Order
enough failures in my time.
for
I want to
Sunday,
believe that your loyalty has never wavered.
which I agree with.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yao Qing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
No, no. I am too.
At least he was real about
This
it.
old man's words always catch me off guard.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Laofu. But the document only says, attend the war dance and listen to Fei Shao's questioning.
She needs to get odds part story. Got for a bit of it, to be fair. That's fair. In case I go into spoiler territory and you don't want anything spoiled, Lucina, I do not mind if you lurk or leave the stream. I won't take any offense to that, honestly. And I will say, no matter what happens, Lucina, I hope you're gonna be able to have a nice, afternoon. If you need to right now, take some time, get some food, get some drink, post-stream checkups. So, do we
No
need to
need
step
for
aside?
that. You're all important witnesses. The Marshal is well aware of Jing Yuan's purpose in holding the ceremony, and understands the situation he is facing. She mentioned it because she believes both issues are important.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huayan. But is it appropriate to tell everyone here about the Marshal's orders?
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions and Fei Shao's? And whether there's any discord between us? Well, since I'm being open and honest with you, I encourage you young folk to do the same. As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I need to do is listen. General Fei Shao will be the one asking the questions. To be honest, I'm more concerned about the timely start of the war dance. Oh, by the way, I've prepared a gift for the war dance.
Oh.
Yes, it's this case right here.
It looks suspiciously like a Zhongli pillar, may I add. Just with some more color.
There will be numerous contests and celebrations during the war dance, and the main event will be the Ringmaster's Challenge. The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos, showcasing the excellent martial arts of the Xianzhou Laofu. When you mentioned that the Astral Express would be attending the ceremony...
Okay, so a Mortal Kombat.
The High Elder of the Laofu would be the Ringmaster.
You humor me, Elder Huayan. The healer lady is just a young lady who knows nothing about martial arts. How can I assign her as the ringmaster?
I'm no match to you when it comes to joking.
What's this box for? Why don't you open it, General
Oh,
Huayan?
wait.
This sword case is intended for
Sword
the War Dance's
case.
award. It's empty now, but in a few days, a precious sword will be delivered and stored inside. I don't mean to boast about how much
It's
skill
Durandal.
but
You
this sword
fuckers thought it
represents
went
the
missing from
pinnacle of
France?
the
No.
Chinese craftsmanship.
It's here.
It
We
has a
stole it.
legendary history, full of heroic tales from foreign lands. Tales that are too detailed to be summarized in just a few words. Since the delegation delivering the sword hasn't arrived yet, I'll just leave the case here for now. I've been wondering who would be worthy of such a sword. And then it hit me. I can award it to the champion of the Ringmaster's Challenge. The ceremony's champion is sure to be a perfect match for the sword. Moreover, I hear that Yenqing is an excellent swordmaster. And that he will be representing the
I wouldn't mind that
Lawful
actually
as
if he
the
gets a sword
ringmaster.
upgrade.
So it seems like a perfect gift for him.
Thank you.
But
for
we
your
get like a
generosity,
light cone
Elder
of
One.
him receiving the sword, and it's like an
If you want to
upgraded.
give me a
light
sword,
cone.
just say the word, Grandpa. No need to beat
Oh?
around the bush.
Suppose when. Pray tell, what's going on
You've
tomorrow?
got confidence, my girl, but I don't think you can best Yenqing.
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses its rightful master.
Yeah. And even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword, it'll probably end up in someone else's.
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air. Since you're interested, why don't you represent the Xianzhou Juming and challenge me in the ring?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come
Oh!
out on top. It could be me. Could be someone else.
Well, hopefully it's a better job. Or an
Whatever
upgrade
happens,
to the job
it
you've
will
got.
be him.
Be a
Not
disaster when
to
these two
be rude or
clash.
anything. We've been watching their drama. I'm dying to find out who beats who.
Well, you'll have to wait till the next patch, Mark.
Quiet down. We have other guests.
March, even,
here.
not match. I called a match!
I've prepared this sword
Oh
to
my
add some
God.
excitement to the ceremony, not to have you two squabble. It's not a good look for the Alliance. While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only be one winner and one loser in the ring. Which could lead
Well, you can
to
play
hard
Locana once every
feelings.
2 weeks, your new competitor.
Actually, I have an idea.
Oh, hell yeah! A little more
We don't know
organized.
who the winner will be, and it might not
That'll
be
be good
either.
then.
But if you're eyeing that prize, you'll need to work together. I want you to take on an apprentice who will take part in the war dance and win at least one match.
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, it's even more so to pass on your skills and spread the way of swordplay. I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the war dance by displaying their Cloud Knight flair.
So this is why saying they've adopted.
Elder Huayan's
my
idea
God.
is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome. The question is, whom should the
Not
team
me. I just got it. I just got an imaginary form.
Huh? Who?
Well, you're the only one waiting for a new form.
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight. So I thought, why not teach her the art of swordplay?
Oh, wait. Are you serious, General? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie. You really think I can learn it? Well, you'll probably realize I have no hope and give up on me. And that'd be
Oh
so
God, she sounds like
embarrassing.
someone I know. Just accept your fate, March.
Isn't this a perfect chance for you? I remember you mentioning that you wanted to learn some sword moves.
Yeah, I did say that. But this is all happening so quickly, don't you think?
Miss March is like a piece of jade in the rough, just waiting to be shaped. The war dance is the perfect opportunity to see what heights she can reach.
I appreciate your kind words, General YN. But won't teaching me swordplay be a waste of Yenqing and Yunli's time? They should be preparing for the ceremony. Plus, I heard that each swordmaster has their own special moves. What if they let something slip while teaching me? If everyone knows each other's tactics, won't that make it hard to catch people off guard during the war dance?
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a
Just call her
decade
March.
of hard training before you can even start learning special moves. No need to freak out. A few Juming swordplay tricks will mean you'll be more than equipped.
Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
The whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just one move? How boring would that be?
I mean, Saitama says the exact same thing.
What really decides a swordsman's fate isn't some special move. It's the solid fundamentals.
So Miss Yunli has already agreed. What do you say, Yang Qing?
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can I be qualified to teach swordplay to others?
So you're admitting your defeat, huh? If you're not even confident to teach, why don't you let me be the ringmaster instead?
Yang Qing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights. You've been an apprentice for years. It's about time you looked at swordplay from another perspective.
I see, General. Then count me in.
Now that Yang Qing has agreed too, it all comes down to Miss March giving her nod.
It's up to you to make the final decision, March.
It's all up to you, though.
I understand. Then I'm on board. Thank you for your kindness, General Huayan.
Great! Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yunli will teach you the basics of the Cloud Knight's swordplay. Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment for Miss March. Think of it as a little initiation gift.
You're too kind. Wait, you're giving me a gift? Shouldn't it be the other way around? General Huayan's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about? I think we strayed off topic. How did things even get to this point?
Well, it all started when...
I brought you here because the General said he had some important matters to discuss. But how in the world did Yun Li and I suddenly become Miss March's swordplay mentors?
I don't know, how did you both suddenly adopt March?
General Huayan wants us to stick around on the Law Fu for some
That's the
time.
question.
But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time. Since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Law Fu's operations log were given to the Alliance, he probably wants to see firsthand if we're as capable as the report claims, or if we're just some made-up excuse to save face. And he wants to see it for himself during the war dance, which is why he even dragged Yun Li into this. What began as a simple contest between two sword masters has now evolved into you two collaborating to mentor March.
Elder Huayan is still that tricky general who likes to give everyone a headache. My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because I wished for you to act as my witnesses. Now, I apologize for not disclosing this information earlier.
I mean, it was pretty obvious, dude.
In the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have. So please, be prepared for the meeting.
Sure. I'm sure answering questions will be no big deal.
Don't worry, General. No matter what happens, I'm prepared to stay here as the Express's witness and answer any questions.
Thank you, everyone.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden, but... As the Law Fu Ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
I know.
I love this kid. He's a weaker 5-star, but I love him.
The illustrious Merlin's Claw waiting for me?
Oh my
And
god.
for so long, too? It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General Fei Xiao.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong?
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Law Fu's Rainbow Orbit Fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be a general, and I'd have given up flying? really does feel like a lifetime ago. Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the Yellow Bell resonance system every day. So I'm well aware of your great feats. How's your health holding up?
Still stable, I suppose. Do you still remember the medic who saved me in battle?
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again? Was it Pichu?
Pichu?
Jiao Cho. He's been my retainer and personal healer.
Pichu?
Delegated by the Alchemy Commission.
An electric fucking mouse, mate!
Over
Tiny,
the years,
tiny fucking
he's
mouse, mate!
dedicated
Fucking
himself to
saved ya!
managing my condition. It's thanks to him that I'm still in good health today. Given my background, I'm happy to have made it this far.
I'm relieved to know that you're safe and sound. Well then, since you and Elder Huayan are here, I imagine you must have received orders from the Marshal? As your friend, may I ask how the Alliance intends to punish the General of the Lawfu?
The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind the scenes. They fear the resurgence of abominations, much like what happened 30 years ago. Although the report from the Lawfu explained all the details, we don't know if the Ruin Legion really invaded, or how exactly the Stellaron
My controller just died on
Astral
me.
Express became involved. This puzzle has many missing pieces. As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced. This time, she has brought along an outworlder and a coffin, claiming to offer the Marshal a method to fight against the Eons. The Lawfu Preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan.
Of course, she's working with...
Principles. She asserts that Jing Yuan enabled the exiled Imbibitor Lunae to re-enter the Lawfu, thereby unlocking the lunarescent depths within Scale Gorge waterscape, which in turn disrupted the Vidyadhara's dutiful watch over the Ambrosial Arbor. It is for these reasons that I have come here to the Lawfu today. Well, duty calls.
There we go.
Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person, but since we once fought together, I didn't want to keep you in the dark. Perhaps pretending you didn't hear any of this would be for the best.
I understand. I'm sorry. I was out of line. I know I shouldn't be defending General Jing Yuan right now, but... well, you know how I am. The Lawfu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, much of which can be attributed to General Jing Yuan's masterful strategizing. Unfortunately, for long-life species, enduring through the ages always culminates in a failure that undoes all previous achievements. A moment that our adversaries relish.
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another purpose. To visit Hule.
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Boris and Moorhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the Shackling prison for over 7 centuries?
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos.
What?
I can't quite remember the exact wording, but yes, the very same Hule.
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yaoqing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you have to visit him now, of all times?
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the abominations, aiming to achieve justice and free their kin. That werewolf monster is to be forever imprisoned in the dark recesses of the Shackling prison, facing unending retribution. Given the situation on the Lawfu, those on the Yaoqing are concerned about Hule's imprisonment. I'm afraid that the routine visit every century is no longer sufficient to ease their concerns. That's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
It's all bad news.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining. Oh, by the way, I found some clues about the thing you asked for.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship. Unfortunately, there were no survivors and no cargo. However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
No, neither. Yukon.
What is she
Have
doing?
you heard of a person named Ron May?
What is May doing? I may be scared. Day 2.
I'm still feeling sleepy.
Did I oversleep? Where did March and Donhung go?
There you are.
You haven't forgotten about our promise to General Huayan, have you?
That feels like me this
woke
morning.
up
I actually
especially
slept in for a
early so I
change
can
this
start
morning.
teaching Miss March sword
So, I can relate.
Hey, why are you blushing, Master Yen?
This is, the first time someone has called me Master. I need to, get used to it. Let me make it clear. Swordplay training is about improving your body, mind, and strength. It's not a casual game you can master overnight. I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat at least one opponent. I'll do my best, but if you break your master's rules...
March is always a good girl.
Fine. A promise is a promise. Since I
Except when it comes to
promised
fucking
I'll
fossils!
do my best starting
Which she
today.
hates!
Great! That's the spirit.
March is in your hands now, Yanqing. Don't be too easy on her.
Donhung, do you even have a heart? Did you lose it somewhere?
Probably when it got stabbed out by Blade.
By the way, where's Yunli?
I've found a quiet spot in the back garden of the Palace of Astrum for our
That's
first
fair.
lesson together.
Seriously? It's the first day, and you two are already late? Why is everyone on the Luofu so laid back? So disappointing.
Master Yunli, you're already here. Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret? That's sneaky.
I'm just showing you what Luofu etiquette is all about. She might be my apprentice, but it's customary for the master to personally escort their apprentice to the place of learning. As the host, I'll be teaching Miss March the essence of Luofu swordplay, after which she'll emerge victorious in the war dance ring. You won't be complaining about Luofu swordplay then.
Stand aside, rookie. Let me show you how we Juming sword masters treat their apprentices. Quickly, over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift from me to you. I hope you put it to good use.
What's this? Xianzhou clothing? It's so beautiful!
Sword practice requires precise movements. This outfit is tailored to fit perfectly and allows for smooth movements. I even added some small accessories. I put
When
a lot
did you
of
get
thought into it.
her measurements?
You're awesome, Master Yunli!
See? See? How can you compete with me?
Oh my god.
I'll teach March 7th the essence of Juming sword.
Get a room,
so
you
she can win
two!
the contest with my sword skills.
Actually, I've prepared something to...
Huh? You have a gift for me too, Master Yanqing?
Since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable weapons. So, I went out of my way to prepare a pair of
Those
swords
are some good-looking
overnight.
swords.
Unfortunately, I didn't have time to ask the craftsman to customize the swords for you. but I did my best to choose ones that look nice and are suitable for a beginner. I hope you like them, Miss March.
Thank you, Master Yenching!
Bet you didn't see that one coming, did you, Yunli?
The real competition is just getting started.
I'm so lucky to have two great masters. But why does it feel like things are getting a bit weird?
It really is like a family that... Two young children adopt March as their child. What is going on here?
So what do you think, Masters? Does this outfit suit me?
Perfect. I chose it carefully. It's perfect for beautiful young swordswomen like you and me.
Alright, let's get started with the training. The person next to me is a Cloud Knight instructor I've brought in. For your first lesson, try exchanging a couple of moves with him.
Wait. We're having actual combat training for the first lesson? Isn't that a bit too intense?
Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts. The first thing we're going to do is see just how strong your fundamentals are. Come on, step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements so we can decide where to start and what you need to learn.
If you're ready, let's begin.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm ready. But please go easy on me.
No promises.
Then I apologize in advance, Miss March.
Ready to shine.
Right.
Please have some tea.
Pay close attention, Miss March.
Shifu's
Lawful
attacks can
swordplay is all
accumulate
about being swift
charge
and agile in your movements.
for light Rikura's powerful abilities. So if I now attack,
Right on time. Yes, you!
so she's a
Ignore
counter.
Strength is everything. Right on time.
So wait, does that count as a follow-up attack?
Well done!
Strike with heart.
Yes, you!
Right on time. Practice is over.
I'm guessing that counts as a follow-up attack whenever she does that.
Within the self, not the sword. Melt! Oh, I get it!
Eureka!
What the true heart? I'm starting to get the hang of it.
Time for swordplay. Bladed strike!
Ready to shine. Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, Wasp, dead!
What are you mumbling about?
Isn't this, sword technique? Shouldn't I be saying something cool? Melt!
Yeah, okay, so she counters. I think that lets her follow up when Shifu hits and Yunli does follow up. So Yunli might actually not be too bad to my team when she reruns, my follow-up team.
Right on time.
Time for swordplay. Strike with heart.
Awesome! You'll make good practice. All right, check out this move.
Yeah, I was gonna say, she constantly...
Right on time.
Yunli is constantly fighting back. It's like a super-powered version of Cloud, where she doesn't need it set up.
Yes, you! Time to show Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, Wasp, dead!
Strike while the iron
Wait,
is
she
hot.
says less carbs at the end.
I could take 10 of you.
In a fight, right?
Miss March has quick hands and a flexible body. She's a
Regarding her ult,
perfect fit
pay
for
attention to
practicing
who
lawful
moves
swordplay.
in the order if you
However,
prevent
she lacks
enemy
strength,
hits.
and her strikes were a bit unfocused.
Do a super slash.
But don't worry.
Okay.
It's totally normal for beginners.
So
Once
use
she
it just
starts
before an
practicing
enemy's
Juming
attack.
swordplay, she'll make heaps of progress.
Given the situation, I believe Miss March should start by working on her
Strength. Seriously, do you actually know anything about swordplay, or what?
I could ask you the same thing. Dual swords require agility. So what's more important than footwork?
Instead of focusing on her strengths, we should address her weaknesses. The drawback of wielding two swords is not generating enough force. What good is being quick on your feet if you don't have strength? It's not like we're dancing here.
Skilled sword masters know.
Yun Li, you are so bloody wrong. Have you ever met? Have you ever met or talked? Oh no, you wouldn't have met.
That's the right way to learn.
Nilu from Genshin, whose whole mechanic is using magical abilities while dancing.
You claim to be able
And
to
she does
talk
quite a bit of damage,
so
may
what
I
does that
add.
make you a lunatic?
Grrr.
Hey, it's only my first lesson, and you're already arguing.
Like a married couple.
Come on, calm down, masters. I'll have to improve both my footwork and
Yun
strength
Ching,
anyway.
help! They're shipping us.
It doesn't matter which one comes first.
Shipping us to where?
But it does matter. Just listen to me, March 7th.
Aww.
Thus begins the journey of March 7th sword training. And there we go. So she now swaps to a new path. No, I don't think I've got anything I can really equip her with. I have a lot of one, not a lot of another. We'll equip that for now.
Dear Himeko, Mr. Yang, and Pom Pom, we're all good here on the Xianzhou Lafu, so no need to worry. By the way,
That's a screen
how's your
cap
trip
right there.
going? As for me, I've somehow become the apprentice to two Cloud Knight sword masters, and I've been honing my sword skills with their guidance. One of them is Yenqing, the boy we've all met before. The other is Yun Li, the granddaughter of General Hua Yan from the Xianzhou Juming. Both masters are super strict, giving me a real taste of how hard sword training can be.
And now Himiko's the only one without
I tried
imaginary.
to drag him into this, but he refused.
Ha!
Then I tried to rope Dan Heng in, but Master Yenqing wouldn't have it. Still, I didn't let the difficulty get to me. In just a few weeks, my sword skills have improved a lot. Both my masters think I have unique talents in swordplay, and are literally fighting each other to teach me their skills. Thanks to their guidance, I've actually made some progress. When I get back to the Express, I'll definitely show off my skills and impress you all. Looking forward to your reply. Yours, March 7th.
Oops, almost developing tennis elbow.
Well done. Let's call it a day.
Miss March's sword skills are really coming along. She'll hold her own just fine in the war dance.
Just you wait and see. I'll show off my skills in the ring and win a match. I'll make both of you proud.
Can you believe it? March 7th has actually become a pretty decent swordmaster in such a short time. Now I understand why Grandpa always had a grin on his face while training me.
Are you sure he wasn't laughing at you? Oh, shut up.
You really had to go there.
It's all thanks to your amazing guidance, Masters.
Miss March, you're really getting the hang of wielding dual swords. If you're keen on advancing, trying out different Xianzhou blades could improve your touch.
Oh, let me see. Which sword is the most powerful? Single sword? Great sword? Or maybe a flying sword?
There's no such thing as the most powerful sword.
A gunblade!
It's all about
A
the skill
gunblade
of
is the most
swordmaster.
powerful! It turns you into a
Yan Qing
tank!
wields several flying swords, while I only wield one. But remember how I kicked his butt at the Alchemy Commission?
As I recall...
You didn't kick my butt. Second, you'll never kick my butt. Third, how about we settle this right now and see who kicks whose butt?
Yeah, I'm up for that. And if I kick your butt, you'll drop out of the war dance.
My face went.
Why are you two arguing again? I thought things had been improving between you lately.
There was talk that the leading disciples of the Law Fu and Juming generals were supposed to face off in the war dance, but for some reason, they suddenly teamed up to train an apprentice of their own. Turns out, the rumors are true. Tomorrow is the big day of the war dance. Shouldn't you two
I get the
be
feeling
focusing
something's
on
gonna go
honing
wrong
your
during the war
skills
dance, like
instead
during
of
the finals of
teaching
Pokemon
swordplay
Sword
here?
and Shield.
You're... Oh, that's right. You're the pink-haired box from the Yao Qing.
Big head box.
What are you laughing at? You've got pink hair too. I'm Jiao Cho, the healer working for the general of the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
Ah, got it. So, you're the participant attending the war dance on behalf of the Yao Qing. And you were trying to sneak a peek at our training?
Sorry for the misunderstanding. I don't know anything about martial arts. I'm just here on the general's orders to take care of some official business. I didn't mean to interrupt your training. I'll be on my way.
If you know nothing about martial arts, why were you smirking earlier?
Well, my curiosity got the better of me, I suppose. When I heard Miss March's pondering about what to learn, I couldn't help but wander over. From my professional experience, cleavers, slicers, chopping knives, and carving knives are all just tools. Kind of like frying, sautéing, boiling, and deep frying in cooking. They're just ways for people to show off their skills. How you use them really depends on the ingredients you're working with. It's like your sword teaching methods. If you align your ingredient, in other words, your apprentice's natural tendencies, with the right cooking method, by which I mean the teaching method that best suits her, she'll make double the progress in half the time. For example, golden eggplant tastes best when fried. Cloud peppers,
God, you're making me hungry, sir.
stir-fried.
Stop!
Yellow boulder beef when simmered. It's all about discovering the nature of the ingredients. I mean, apprentice.
Motherfucker out here playing sous chefs.
All this talk about
Let
food
him
is
cook!
making me
Yes!
hungry.
His new name is Rocco.
Are you a healer? Why are you talking about food?
Food heals all
Well,
ale.
it's just a metaphor. The medicinal school I follow on the Xianzhou Yaoqing is called the Ranja School, that specializes in food therapy.
I do
So
wish I
it's
could
only
pull for him, but
natural
I say
that I know
I
a thing
want
or two about
Lingsha so much more for healers.
So, you're the general's cook?
I don't think I'm going to be able to
I'm
afford
a
3
healer.
characters in a row.
But anyway, a cook who isn't interested in health doesn't make for a good advisor. Fine. Call me a cook if you want. Seeing the way you're looking at me, it's obvious you think I'm just some feeble academic who likes to blabber on about martial arts. But, in reality, I know a thing or two about killing. After all, The art of healing inherently encompasses both life and death.
Yeah.
Seriously? Trying to save
I
face
don't
in
have
front of
Yang
kids?
Qing, actually. I don't believe.
Do you recognize this bottle of medicine in my hand?
It's hot sauce.
No.
This is called tumble dust, an extract from an exotic flower named Yabra.
Is it poison?
To be fair, I believe I
Well,
got
it depends
my
on how
Himiko
it's
from the
used.
guarantee.
With just one drop, it's able to numb a patient's body during surgery, making them painless throughout the entire process. However, increase the dose or the potency, and it'll slow the metabolism, making the blood thin and resulting in the loss of all
shields.
senses. Even long-life species cannot escape its effects. This thing,
I don't know if its effect
save
goes away when
lives,
shielded.
take them. It's more powerful than the swords in your hands.
That may be so, but still, I prefer settling things with a sword than, you know.
Huh. Looks like I did get you all wrong. You're not a feeble scholar, but a sinister and despicable one.
Hey,
Yeah,
why the insults all of a sudden? I'm just sharing some medical knowledge here, not persuading you to poison anyone.
Seems like you get real excited when talking about poison. I can't tell if that's an honorable thing or sinister.
Picture this. 2 individuals. The one standing is full of malice. The other lying down is honorable and righteous. How can the one who's lying down label the one standing as sinister? In the throes of combat, where life and death hinge on a singular moment, every idea fades into nothingness. The only thing that matters is staying alive.
By the Bee Gees?
Surviving the battlefield reshapes all notions of worth, be it integrity or treachery. In my eyes, their significance is negligible.
Perhaps you've underestimated Yunli and me, Mr. Jiaoqiu. We may be young, but we've seen our fair share of war.
Well, then you should know that the war dance is nothing more than a contest. So why are you so focused on it?
When I was appointed as the ringmaster for the war dance, I asked the general, we Cloud Knights are supposed to charge into the fray and slay enemies. Why do we have to swing swords in a ring just to please an audience? And this is how the general replied. To unsheath your sword in a ring is no different than on the battlefield, as your sword reveals the might of all Cloud Knights. The war dance is the perfect chance to showcase martial virtue and forge alliances from all over the cosmos. When we unsheath the sword without drawing blood, we not only display our might, but also the martial virtue of the Cloud Knights.
That's quite an insightful statement, Yanqing. Well, my apologies for being so short-sighted. I've been on the
Well,
Law
you wouldn't
Fu
be
for
so
quite some
short-sighted
time,
if you opened
but
your eyes
I haven't
more
had the
often,
chance
sir.
to see the ceremony venue for myself yet. Hearing you speak so highly of it has piqued my curiosity. Would you mind showing me around?
You want to see the Sky Splitter ship where the war dance will be held? Let's go! I bet Yunli and Miss March haven't seen it either, right? Well then, I'll give you all a tour.
Do that. I might just have to be one moment because I'm in need of the bathroom badly, so I'm gonna throw some music on, throw it over to the BRB screen, and I'll be back in 1 minute. Please bear with me. See you guys in a second. Okay. Diligence done. Crime mission to be done later. Amplitudes to be done later. Oh, I got to unlock this later, apparently. This is important to be done. So we definitely need to do this at some point soon. Okay? There's a lot of gems on the line. Got a while to do it though, so... But I've got to do this. Which is what I'm on, actually.
Let's go. I'll give you a tour of the Sky Splitter.
In fact, what I could do is, after this is done, this mission, we could call it here and start next time.
Looks like a lot of
with
other visitors have also come to catch a glimpse of the
event
Sky
instead.
Splitter.
You smell something, sir?
What's up, Mr. Jiaoqiu?
No, it's nothing.
What do you smell? Did one of them not shower?
You see that airship in the distance? That's the Sky
They have
Splitter,
such a good looking
the venue
airships.
for the war dance ceremony.
It doesn't look all that impressive from this distance.
The Sky Splitter is actually a decommissioned Luofu military vessel. People aren't allowed on board until the war dance officially commences. Tomorrow, when the bell rings and the ceremonial cannons roar, I'll be there representing the Cloud Knights of the Xianzhou Luofu, standing in the ring, ready to take on challengers from all over the cosmos. Since I was a kid, I've been training in swordplay and the art of war under the general. Every day, I'd swing my sword 10,000 times, and then thrust it 10,000 times, repeating the process over and over. I understand that I'm not like other kids. I never envied the toys and freedom they all had. I never found sword practice boring or hard, even in the thick of battle. Facing down savage abominations, I never felt scared. Each day, I could feel myself getting stronger and stronger, and I racked up countless victories. It's the best feeling in the world. But then, I faced a really tough opponent. And just one slash shattered my confidence into 1,000 pieces.
Are you
That's
talking about
when I felt
Emma
true
here?
fear for the first time. Maybe that's what Mr. Jiaoqiu meant
She
by
did use her moon
life
slash.
and death hinge on a singular moment. After that, I had to pick up the pieces and try to put myself back together. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't seem to find my old happy self again. I often ask myself, why do I wield my sword? If defeat is inevitable, why do I continue to fight? Is it to reclaim the joy of victory? To meet the general's expectations? Or to secure my honor among the Cloud Knights? While the general could teach me the art of swordplay, he couldn't teach me why I should keep on going. He said the reason must come from within myself. I've been struggling to find that reason. But after talking with you, Mr. Jiaoqiu, I think I already have that reason in mind. As a member of the Cloud Knights and the General's apprentice, I've had a weight on my shoulders. And I know there's still more to shoulder. But when I wield my sword, it feels like I'm letting go of everything. I love the feeling of giving it my all, facing any obstacle in front of me, pressing forward. That's why I wield my sword.
Oh, Yanqing. So young, yet so grown up. By the way, how old are you exactly?
Age doesn't really matter. All sword masters will understand how I feel.
He's not asking because of that.
I get it. Looks like all the kids on the Luofu live tough lives. So, how about you, Miss Yunli?
It's not polite to ask a girl her age, no matter which Xianzhou ship you're on.
I'm not asking your age. I'm asking if you have a dream like Yanqing has.
You don't talk like a cook. You sound more like a TV host or something.
Shit, cover's blown. Run!
Need I repeat myself again? I'm a healer.
Well,
I'm a
I
healer.
don't have a dream like Yanqing does. The only reason I'm participating in the Ringmaster's Challenge is because I made a promise to my grandfather that I'd win the precious sword he's contributed to the war dance.
Sounds like that mind of yours is just filled with swords.
I bet you've got nothing better on your mind. My father was a craftsman on the Xianzhou Juming. Because of his foolishness, many innocent people fell victim to the cursed swords he forged. Since I was a kid, it's been clear to me that not everyone deserves to have a weapon in their hands.
Are we talking
Giving
about
them
Blade
a sword
here?
is no different than being cruel to the innocent. So, whenever I come across someone unworthy of a sword, I can't help but want to take it away
She's gonna
from
have to
them.
meet Blade at some point.
Given that Yanqing is the war dance ringmaster, I'm stepping up to challenge him. To ensure the precious sword doesn't fall into the hands of an unworthy master.
Hey, what do you mean by an unworthy master?
I see. It's not easy for kids on the Juming either. Well, it's better to have a reason for wielding a sword than to be lost and confused. I've saved countless Cloud Knights in my life, and there are plenty of exceptional warriors, just like the two of you.
What happened, Mr. Zhao Cho?
Oh, nothing. I was just reminded of some old friends and old tales.
I really wish I could pull for him, though.
Judging from my professional perspective
Please,
as a
please,
healer,
please, when he
both of you
reruns,
possess
make it a
remarkable
patch of
vitality.
no one else that I care
Their
about.
energies flow
Make it like
raging
Kafka.
fires and mighty gales. The upcoming fight will definitely be
Jingyuan.
impressive. Well, we've seen the Sky Splitter and toured the Stargazer Navalia. I guess it's time to say goodbye for now.
What? You're leaving already?
Who has 5 stars I don't really care about as
my
much.
dreams. I've been working.
It's getting late, Miss March. Unlike you lot, I'm a grown-up
shit.
bound by responsibilities and duties.
Make it like
The
5
tasks
stars I don't
entrusted
really
to me by the
have.
general
You
won't
run
complete
with him,
themselves.
please.
By the way, Yanqing, is it normal to have so many people wandering around in an automated area like the Stargazer Navalia?
Actually, this is a restricted area. But since you're all guests, I made an exception, so you could take a look around.
I understand. Well, I'll take my leave. I wish you both the best of luck in the ring tomorrow.
Farewell.
Seriously? I just spent so much time thinking about my
Well,
dream.
why not tell us?
But he didn't even ask me.
Now that we're done with our tour of the Sky Splitter, shall we continue with our training?
Why don't we take a day off?
What? You want to secretly practice swordplay by yourself? Dream on.
You know cramming before a fight never works out. For some reason, seeing the Sky Splitter has boosted my confidence. So, I've decided to conserve my strength for tomorrow. All right. I'll take you out of the Stargazer Navalia.
Oh, just shut up, Red Fang. This is not a beast ship. I need some time to take care of things.
You willingly donned the skin of a lowly beast to join this mission, dedicating yourself to our glorious cause.
Hello, Antimatter Legion.
Can't handle it? Do you
doing my best, all right? It takes time to figure all this out. When the guns go off tomorrow, all eyes will be on it. That'll be our only chance. How's that? Who's there?
Who are you guys?
An impromptu inspection. Why are there outsiders loitering in Stargazer Navalia? And a bunch of kids at that.
Hey, kids. Didn't your parents ever tell you to stay away from the Stargazer Navalia?
Anyone that actually lived here would know who
it's
he
an
is.
automated facility, but it doesn't mean you can just break in and do what you want.
First of all, I'm an adult.
Oh, she broke the allegations.
Yeah, we flew here on a star skiff. Like, whoosh.
Well, I'm not trying to tell you off, but this place is off limits to the public, you know?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Everhunt Plains.
Huh? Everhunt Plains? Yeah, sure. The big sis will take you there.
Shuha! You should have let me. Shh, the overhaul is done, and everything looks good. We should leave.
Yeah, you're not getting away with that.
Could you
Yeah.
repeat what you just said, Yenching?
What did I say?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Everhunt Plains.
Come on. Can't you read the room? Something is definitely off about the 3 people we just met.
Yeah, anyone could see that. I just wanted to hear you say it again. That pink-haired fox tried to say something. I'm pretty sure he sensed something fishy. Since he's not familiar with this place, he just dropped us a hint. But you didn't seem to be paying attention at all.
Really?
I knew that from the beginning.
That Cloud Knight didn't recognize Master Yenching at all. That's really weird.
Unless it's not a Cloud Knight.
What? Is he famous on the Lavu or something? Not even the Cloud Knights on the Juming, who all know my glorious name, might recognize my face.
You have a point.
A Cloud Knight, a member from the Skyfaring Commission, and a craftsman. They're from various departments, and the reason for the overhaul seems legit. But one of them blurted out some weird language just now. Did you hear that? I have a feeling that if we secretly tail them, we'll definitely catch these guys in the act. Follow my lead, and be careful not to blow our cover.
That's you! Oops.
Never mind who they are. Let's just... film them.
We should have just killed those lowly beasts. Those little brats won't take up much space. There are boxes all over this place. Just dump them into one and no one will notice.
Cut the theatrics, Grulok. Even the slightest slip-up could interfere with Lord Moktok's plans.
So where are we heading next?
To check the freight skiffs. We've got a lot of preparations to do. Also, don't forget to take those crates with you. Weapons, supplies. We've got to be well prepared. Otherwise, we're screwed.
So why aren't they calling others in on this while they're investigating?
So, are they smugglers? What exactly are they up to?
I have no clue. But they seem to be moving those crates. I've got an idea. We can hide inside the crates and follow them.
Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun.
Cramped in here.
Colonel, I'm in a box.
Breathe.
Just hang Hang in there.
The little kids aren't shutting the fuck up, Colonel.
Let's just put the cargo here for now, all right? Then we'll move on to inspect the ships. Lord Moktok said that as soon as we're done, we're to board the freight skiff and leave this place.
Don't worry, I've changed the shipping schedule. You two, come with me.
Is it just me? I keep smelling that stench of lowly beasts everywhere we go.
Don't be so paranoid.
Looks like they're planning to escape on the skiffs in Stargazer Navalia. They keep talking about their plans, but where do they come from? And what do they want to do on the Xianzhou?
They're definitely up to something bad. Wait, they disappeared. Let's catch up to them.
Tread softly, breathe quietly, and make sure to keep an eye on them. Hide out of sight as soon as there's any sign of activity.
Don't be so paranoid. We're running out of time. Get over here!
Shuhard, I'm coming!
They're leaving. We should catch up to them. Quickly! Watch out! They're on high alert! What are they up to? They're all wearing official uniforms, but I'm pretty sure they're not
All
members
these
of the
games with their
Skyfaring Commission, the
stealth
Artisanship
mechanics
Commission,
recently.
or the Cloud Knights. This is way too suspicious.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them. That way, if they do anything bad, we'll have solid evidence against them.
Look at this. A freight star skiff with enough room to fit at least 20 of my men. I'll let the others know and have them prepare more star skiffs. Once we're past the checkpoint, there will be beast ships waiting for us. Lord Moktok is ready. The revival of our ancient
yeah, they wanna...
bloodline all hinges on this operation.
What did he just say? Beast ships?
Who's there?
It's those brats! I told you to get rid of them, but you didn't listen, you idiot!
Let's see a true forms
Wipe them
then.
all out!
Yeah, I suspected.
Forces?
Adusa! Die, you lowly beasts!
Don't let me down.
Ready to shine. Nice job!
It's on me.
Everybody takes some stuff.
Have a deep. There's no backing out now. For me or you.
Oh, this is helpful.
Not very sportsmanlike.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take
At
it
least
off.
break.
Watch your head.
You
One side.
won't get away.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
misery. Hedge your bets.
We're good on shields, so.
You've got a lot of nerve.
Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Firing a giant space laser, the only way to deal with space
I could
wolves.
take 10 of you. Awesome. Watch this.
So I use this now
Time
that
to
they're
show
about
you
to
what I
attack.
can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. Watch this.
I'll have to do a little more research. It shouldn't be too difficult to do, but...
How is this possible? How did these Foxians change their appearances like that?
They're not Foxians at all. They revealed their true form. They're Borisin, just like the bandits I defeated on the IPC ship.
Wait, that means...
Well, how did the Borisin manage to infiltrate the Cienjo?
It's not the first time we've seen it happen.
Just a simple disguise of wearing our clothing and shaving their whiskers. They're somehow able to alter their appearance to be indistinguishable from Foxians. They even have official IDs for the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, and even the Cloud Knights? Let me check this fake Cloud Knight's tag. Maybe it'll give us some clues. Lujun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad? Wait!
What's the matter?
I encountered a patrol officer named Lujun before. It was a few weeks ago, when we were transporting the Borisin prisoners. If they can forge official identities and move around the Cienjo without raising suspicion...
Yeah, we need to raise the red flag right now.
This is bad.
Even worse. If you find one cockroach on the Express, it usually means...
There are more Borisin hiding on the Cienjo. I bet their plan is much bigger than just stealing information. We've got to report this to the Seat of Divine Foresight.
So, we could go ahead and do that, but I'm going to stop here. Because we have March 7th stuff to do. Or I could continue the story. However, we're about to run out of time. You know, yes, we haven't been going for the full 3 hours, but we're getting close to that, and I kind of would like a bit where I've got a checkpoint. I think what I will do is, considering it does say, you know, check in much swordplay training. You know? This goes back a little bit in the story. So, I'll make a decision on what I want to do first. This one or this one. You know? I'll make a decision on which one I'd rather do first. You know? It might be the fact, because usually what I do in these streams is I do this first, and then if we run out of time, then I'll run the side quest. Obviously, I will want to run this side quest recorded, because it is important to the story, compared to a lot of other side ones. Or, other case scenario, we'll do the second half of the main story, and then on a separate stream, we'll do this. We do have time, which is good. But for now, I'm gonna probably call it.
Looks like this collateral won't be returned.
That's the wrong one. Hang on. There we go. There's the right one. Oh, so far, I'll say, I am absolutely loving the story so far. I am excited to see where it goes. I think I have a rough idea where this is going, but I need to probably make sure. And how will I do that? By playing. By playing. So I look forward to next and going from there. So let's have a look at who is currently live. Where we can take you guys right now. Euro Truck, Unicorn Overlord. Someone playing. Is this a Warhammer racing game? I think I'm gonna have to take you guys over to that. So we're gonna be reading up tonight into Joker 019. Currently playing Warhammer 40k Speed Freaks. Okay, so it seems to be some kind of Warhammer themed racing game, and that just seems hilarious. So guys, thank you all for coming by tonight. Go have a good time, go show some love and support. I'll see you guys on Thursday for some final press. There it is, video next time.